All right, guys, we're back and welcome to episode 6 of my road to max. I did knock out 65 strength and 65 attack. I believe I mentioned that in the last episode. But we also, before this episode started today, I have went and gotten my Dragon Defender. So that is awesome. That is the new best in slot for me for a while. I just need to get a torso and a fire cape, but I'm putting that aside. As much as I would like to start getting into Slayer and combat, selling is right around the corner. And if I were to sell off all this, that leaves me with just about 10 million coins. And yes, I do have a bunch of money in my farming tab. I don't want to sell any of that off. I'm probably going to focus on doing some money makers to try to get my cash stack up so I can invest into selling. And also I need to invest into a higher construction. I still have 4,000 oak planks left that I need to use. That would get me in the mid 60s. But I think 70 construction will be a good point to get to. And I don't plan on maxing selling right away, or maybe I will. Maybe I like it that much, I'll do it. But I think around 70 selling will be nice goal to hit after it comes out. Then I can continue on with my maxing series and start doing Slayer, training other skills. But for right now, I think I'm gonna go to GE, sell this all off, start either flipping or doing some kind of skilling to make money. Probably going to be fletching, but my next goal is to do the Val totems, because I would like to get the fletching knife and the bowstring spool. It just makes it easier. That way I can fletch the logs and string them all pretty easily and make even more money. I know there's better money making methods out there, but I want to use my skills to make money, so that way I'm also gaining total levels. And as of right now, it is November 8th. So we have 11 days, which is not too horrible. So we're going to start on that, and I'll catch you up when we're doing the Val totems. I managed to do my first hour of the Val totems. I only got 90k XP per hour using maples. I believe I can get more. It's just, you know, this is my first hour. I'm getting into the hang of it. But I got 3,000 Val offerings. Let's just go ahead and open them. I don't think I will get anything of use right away, but we're just going to go into it. It's a pail of flax. I don't know what that is. I've never seen it before. I haven't seen a lot of this stuff before. I gotta look up what an int branch is used for. I know what the blessed bone shards are used for. Anything interesting? I'm assuming the bale of flax is just like a certain amount of flax. You need 25 empty. Is it just 25 flax? Is that what it is? Probably should have looked this up beforehand. Dirty arrows. I don't need to put the seeds over there. I put the seeds over here. Willow roots. I'll be right back. I gotta look up what an int branch even does. I know what the shards, that's prayer XP, and I'm assuming the flax is just regular flax, but let me check. All right, that took me 2 seconds to figure out. The bale of flax is just basically 25 flax, and they're worth 7.4k, so they will go in the bank. And I did find out the int branch, it's used for those Attila arrows. Let me pick up my knife. What am I doing? So okay, I'm getting a better understanding of this. Let's go for hour 2 and see what we can get. Or actually, let me do a price check of that hour, because some of this stuff is worth money. All right, I went ahead and cleaned all the arrow tips and grabbed everything that I got. I'm not expecting a lot of money, but if it's like 100k, I mean, that's worth it, I would think. Okay, well, 50k. 50k is still worth it, just for AFK, some fletching, and who knows, the loot should get better as I level up. But let's get back to doing more tomes. I'll catch you back up in another hour, and hopefully we get lucky. Hour 2 of the Veil Totems. We're getting better XP now, getting about 116.6k an hour, which isn't bad with maples. I don't know what the max is. I didn't mention this last time. I'm doing the 5 totem method, starting up here, going down, over, taking the log balance, going hitting that one, then hitting the tree, then going back to bank. But let's go ahead and open these and see if we can get lucky. Because I think it takes around maybe 5 to 6 hours. Just if you go try and not get lucky. But hopefully we can get it soon. I would like the knife, and I also would like the bowstring. Yeah, enema bark. Isn't that a forestry thing? We got a lot of them too. Nothing so far. All right, some more basic loot. I probably won't show that. I'll probably just show it after I do a few hours. I don't see this being too profitable at the moment. Make sure we put all the seeds in the right area. Bird nest. Let's see what we get out of the clean arrows. Nothing great. Might as well just do a price check. I can't do anything with the branches till I get like, I think it's like 76 or something. I can't remember. I looked it up earlier. But this method is about 50k an hour. I'm almost 65 fletching. I can start using use and maybe I'll get more offerings, but I'll probably catch you up in a couple hours. And get a bigger stack. And hopefully I can get something that I want. All right, we're back after 2 hours in collecting our offerings. We gained almost 300,000 fletching XP. We are now level 70. I'm hoping to get the rewards. Even after this should only put me at like 180 research points. I would prefer to get the knife just from the offerings and the bowstring. I would like to save these to buy extra bowstring just to cap it up. And I know I'm not an Iron Man, so it's not the most needed thing for me, but anything that can AFK a 99, I'm gonna do it. And be able to string 27 bows at a time is very good for me. And I just realized I can open up a bunch of these at once instead of doing 100 at a time, so let's do that. Okay, more bark. Flax. Let me be lucky, please. Got a magic seed. Oh, we're running out of room. What happens now? Okay, we gotta bank some stuff. Useless stuff is not what I want. Feathers aren't worth anything. Willow seeds, limp roots, watermelons are useless. I think papayas are worth something. No, not really. Okay. Let's keep going. Heavy opening. We're getting filled up with these maples. All right, let's just put those all in there. I don't think they're going to be worth too much. I think the magic roots are worth something. Once again, could be wrong with that. And I'm opening the small amount again. Oh, yes. Okay. Fletching knife. There we go. There we go. We got one thing we wanted. That is good news for me. Okay, I'm just going to bank everything. I don't think... I want to do an accurate price check. Magic roots are 5k each. Okay. I actually, I don't need to worry about doing a price check. I forget it. It saves it all on the side over here. But let's keep going. Even if I get another one, I can trade it in. But all right, that looks like that's it for now. I now have a fletching knife, which is perfect. Let's go ahead and bank all this. Use more int branches. I do want to check my G tracker. I've made 375k so far, which is perfect. Most of that's just going to stack in the bank either way. Open that up. Whoa. It says 375k, but I forgot 193k into the arrow tips because they do not count until you open them. So that's nice too. More fletching XP. I could stop here now since I have the knife, but I think I'm going to keep going just for a little bit longer. How do I fletch these with the knife in my hand? I guess I can't. Okay, I can't fletch them with the knife in my hand. That would have been cool. First time I'm using this, so I had no idea. And it's supposed to be faster, but I'm gonna go buy more yew trees or more yew logs, and then I'm probably gonna do a few more till I can get the points to stack up the bowstring spools so they can hold more. But yeah, I might stop after 75 fletching. I think that'd be a fair amount, but I'll be back when we're 75 fletching and see what we get. All right, we're finally back after 75 fletching. Now we have 15,000 veil offerings. So let's open them. And oh, we got one right away. Oh, I love that. Awesome. Hopefully we can get some more. Please give me another one. If not, it's okay. I think I have enough points to buy another one if needed. Yes. Oh, I love that. Oh, 2 of them, baby. Yes. That is great. Okay. Just bank all this stuff I don't need. Let's keep it going. We have so many more left to do. I didn't have to do that many, but I will take it. Can I go ahead and use that on there? Yes. Okay, it can hold 500 strings. I do not want a beginner clue. Bank all this random stuff. You seed. That's nice. I need to get back into my farming trips. I haven't done them in a while. I've kind of relaxed. I don't know why I haven't. I could at least do one big trip, like every morning and every night, just to do the trees, and then the fruit trees, or at least once a day if I time them right, depending on when, I have to go to work and whatnot. All right, that is it for our offerings. Why is this stuff on the ground? I want to pick this up. I know there's a quest where I need roots. I don't remember if it was maple or what, but I'm just gonna leave all that in there. I got more clues. That bark. What can I do with that? I think that's for foraging. Forester, or whatever it's called. Where's my backpack? See if I can find that. Can I put that in my backpack? 'Cause I don't want to have it separated. Oh, I can. I haven't done any of this, but okay, 1600. I have no idea what I can even buy with that. Probably nothing. Let's go ahead and come over here and let's see how many points we're sitting on. Where are you at, sir? Thank you. We have 339. I can buy another one, so I'm going to do that just so I can boost that up some more. No fill. Use. Can that hold 2,000 strings? I think that's perfect. Obviously, I think it goes up to like 10,000 or something like that. But honestly, I don't need that much. Let's go ahead and clean these while we're here. 300k. That's not bad. Let's see. this was about 5 hours of fletching to get from 56 to 75. We made 854K just from the offerings alone, and then 380K off the arrow tips once they were clean. That's not bad. I enjoyed that. I don't think I'm gonna do this ever again. I'm looking for more of an AFK thing while I flip money at the GE, so I might just continue fletching. I'm gonna do some research on some skilling, money making, and see what I can do bank standing while I flip at the GE, because you know my cash stack's pretty low at the moment, only 9.7, and I would like to make some money for selling that's coming out soon. So I'm gonna do some research, probably sell off some of this loot that I got. I don't think I need it for anything. Can I even fletch these yet? Okay, I can fletch them. All right, well, I'm probably just gonna use everything and sell it off and see what I can get. All right, we're back after our little fletching. I did get to 85 fletching after all that, which isn't too bad. I ended up making just a little bit over 14,000 U longbows, and I made them from the logs, then added the bowstrings. So it's going to be a little bit of profit for 8.5 mil basically. Now the logs I bought for about 165 GP, and then you add 65 GP for the bowstrings. So if I do some quick math, adding that up, totally did not just use a calculator. I invested pretty much just about 3.3 mil into that and turned it into 8.4 mil. Gained 2.1 million XP for doing those, and that did take about 11 hours to do. So I did make money, but it is still only about 300K an hour. But anytime I can make money while skilling is perfect for me. I was flipping some pineapple pizzas. I'm selling off the last bit for a little bit of a loss. The prices for flipping right now are just crazy. Everything's jumping up and then diving back down, and then jumping right back up and then diving back down. So this flip didn't work out for me. I am sitting at 28 mil cash right now. I went ahead and sold off my bird nest and my toad flax stack and most of my, pretty much everything but my watermelon. I kept all my seeds that I'm planning on farming. I kept all the trees I'm farming. I kept all the fruit trees I'm farming. I just sold off stuff that I'm not going to be using anytime soon. So my farming tab's only 6 mil now, which is okay. I was planning on letting it all stack up, but with selling on the way and I need cash, there's no reason for me to be sitting on all that. So I sold most of it except for everything that I plan on to use. So that's where the extra cash came from. I sold some things out of my general crafting tab that I haven't organized. It looks pretty bad, but as of for right now, I'm not going to sell off anything else. My bank still looks pretty bad, but it's okay. I'll organize it in due time. I'm just all over the place with all the quests I got to do. I got so many items I have to go through, but I am sitting at 28 mil now. I still plan on making more money, but I'm tired of fletching. I spent 11 hours fletching. Not in a row, but like in game, I spent 11 hours straight fletching. I'm going to take a moment and go get my fire cape. I probably should have got 75 range so I can just blow pipe it, but I don't want to go sit at the gemstone crab for any longer than I need to. I'm just going to go ahead and do it with 70. Probably use a Carol's crossbow, and then maybe a dragon crossbow for the bigger hits. I'll figure out my gear, and we're gonna get our fire cape, and maybe after that we might go do our torsos just so we have it knocked out. Because after I do my selling grind and get to like maybe 7-ish, or maybe I might go to 99. It depends how fun it is. But I know I'm definitely gonna have to level up construction before then. But I want to get my combat gear. knocked out and locked in. So whenever I move on from selling, I have everything I need to start hitting Slayer. So let me go buy my gear and I'll meet you at the caves. All right, I went ahead and bought some gear to do fight caves. It's been like 6 or 7 years since I've done this. I'm not afraid or think I'm not going to be able to do it. I'm more worried about not bringing the right amount of brews or restores, but we'll figure it out. If I have to do it again because I didn't bring enough, I'll just redo it. But I did buy some gear. This hue coat hide, I have no idea what it is, but it's better than blessed because it gives more prayer. So I went ahead and bought that. I got a Carol crossbow just to kill the lower levels a little bit quicker, and then obviously a dragon crossbow with some diamond dragon bolts and an odium ward as its best in slot that I can wear. I'm just looking for the best items that I can use at the moment to just knock this out a little bit quicker. I don't want to be in here for 3 hours, so spend a little bit of money. I'm not going to really keep any of this. I might keep the hide, body, and top, or body and chaps, just because they're pretty good. They're better than blessed D-hide, at least from what I've seen. But pretty good bonuses. 175 range. The prey bonus is really nice, plus 13. Yeah, it's plus 13 no matter what I'm using. I'm just going to use an Avos because I don't want to have to pick up any of these bolts. But I'm gonna hop in there and hopefully I'll be done in about an hour and a half or less. All right, that is Fire Cave done. It's been so long, I was actually getting nervous there at the end, but I did it. I know it's not a huge achievement in 2025, but first time in 7 years, I will take it. Let's move on. All right, after about 5 hours of doing BA, we can finally buy a torso. It took a lot longer than it should have, but let's go ahead and buy that. Thank you. There we are. We have the torso unlocked, looking sexy, and our max gear that we can have at the moment. It feels so good to finally have that done. The last like 5 games, everybody kept quitting. Somebody quit when I had 20 points left on attacker. I felt so bad. I even started a whole nother round, and even after getting the points, I was going to finish all the way to queen, because if you leave early, I'm sorry, you're a freaking scumbag, and yeah, you're wasting everybody's time when you do that. I was going to stay the whole time, and then on round 5, the leader quit, and everybody else was upset. I was like, dude, I was going to stay either way, but somebody else left, so I might as well leave. Torso's unlocked. I could go back to fletching, but I'm on this grind to get this gear before selling comes out. I don't need it for selling, but I want it for after selling, so I don't have to do it then. So I think I'm going to go to pest control next. I don't know how active the mid boat is, but I'm going to go check it out and see if I can do that. I want to go ahead and knock out Void. I don't think I can get Elite Void anytime soon, but at least Void for now. So let me go check it out. All right, I found out I could do pest control. I didn't think anybody would do in the med boat, but it's full. So this will be my home for the next maybe a week. Hopefully I can get it done sooner. I'm gonna have to do a couple 100 games, just depending on work, on when I get that done. Hopefully I will get a few strength levels. I'm only getting 4 points per game, so it will be a long while. I say maybe 200 to 300 games, because I would like all the helmets. I might just go for one just to start, but we'll find out. let's see how I feel after, you know, the first 100 games, and we'll decide from there. And I do have Burning Claws. I know they're not the most expensive item out there. I've never used them before. They're new to me. I do like I get 3 specs. They're not regular Dragon Claws, but it's something. Makes me feel a little bit better. But I will show up here after 100 games and see how we feel. We're back after probably about 4 or 5 hours of pest control, I believe. I haven't been keeping track of how long, because I'm doing it over a couple days. I'm now using some magic just to get my magic up. I was getting strength. I'm now 69 strength, giggity. But I needed some magic levels. As closer I get to 70, the better for when I do Slayer, so I can ice burst certain tasks. But as of right now, I'm just using Fire Blast or Fire Bolt. It's not the most helpful in there, but it's a cheap method for me to get magic XP. And then I have Alks, but I realized I can't Alk inside pest control anymore. I was pretty bummed out about that until I remembered. I specifically remember way back when people used to just sit in the boat and Alk while the game played. So I understand why you can't do it anymore. I wasn't going to do that, but I was going to, you know, cast Firebolt and Alk at the same time. But now I just Alk while I'm waiting for a game. And the fun thing about these magic longbows are now profitable when you Alk them. You make 200 GP per Alk, which is not a lot, but anytime I can train a skill and make money while doing it, I'm going to do it. And it also makes up for the cost of the Chaos Runes at the end of the day. But the main reason I hit record is we now have 500 points, and that will give us our Void Knight top and our Void Knight robes. So we now have the 2 most expensive pieces knocked out. Now to complete the set, I need another 100. Where is it? 150 for the gloves and 200 for the Ranger Void Helm, which is about 350. But I'm also thinking about maybe getting a Mage Helm. But let me get the first 350 and see how I feel. Because it's basically just going to be like another 5-6 hours if I add the Void Helm and I just do all 3. It could just be a couple hours just to do these, but we see how we go. I'm hoping for like at least 65 magic by the time I'm done with this, but it's time to get back on the pest control boat and start this over. And if you're wondering why I have a fire cape on, I do not have 60 magic yet. As soon as I get 60 magic, I'm gonna go do Mage Arena and at least get the Mage Arena 1 cape. I believe I need 75 magic for Mage Arena 2. So that will be on the back foot for now. But all right, I'll see you in the next clip, hopefully with full void. Just a quick update. If you can tell by my inventory, I finished Mage Arena 1 and I now have my sexy Zammy cloak. Not a huge upgrade, but still best in slot magic cape I can use till I'm 75 magic. I do always go with Zammy because I like the red and black. That's just me personally. If you don't like it, fight me. But we're going to move on. Zammy staff as well. I don't see me using these at all in the future. But I think I have to do like 100 casts of each to use them in the wildy anyways. I might have to use them for Mage Arena 2. I cannot remember exactly. Like I've said, it's been years since I've done all this on other accounts. But let's go back to pest control and get that finished off. All right, we have finally done it. As you can see, I'm wearing the full void mage. I just did another 200 points to get the Void Ranger Helm. Oh, that feels so good. I can't tell you how long I've been here. Since I started using magic, it's been about 10 hours. And I did maybe 10 hours of strength training originally. So let's say roughly 20 hours if you count all the games that did not go through or you know, you're going to lose a lot of games here. There are fairly amount of bots here, but at the end of the day, I am done for now. Now I will eventually have to come back to get the Elite Void, but that's after I complete the Elite Diaries for the Western Province, and I'm nowhere near that. I believe you need like 89 agility and a couple other higher stats that I'm nowhere near right now. I could do another 200 for the Void Melee Helm, but I don't see at any point where I would need the Melee Helm. I only went with the Mage and the Ranger Helm is because at some point I might want to burst monkeys or chin my range. And these are just good sets to do that in. But I'm happy to finally be done here. I did get all the way up to 65 magic, almost halfway to 66. So progress is still being made slowly. Now, with that being said, we still have a week till selling comes out. I'm going to try a new training / money making method. It's not new. I'm going to like enchant diamond necklaces for a little bit because I still want to get 70 magic. So 2 birds, 1 stone. Train magic, makes a little bit of money. All right, we're almost done with our 2000 Dragonstone amulets. After I did diamonds, I switched to Dragonstone just because it's more XP. But I did reach my goal of 70 magic, so I can now use burst tasks whenever I start doing Slayer. I don't see me training it any higher. I could probably get it to 75 and get the Major Arena Cape too. But I'm not in a rush to get that. I'll just do that naturally, doing a burst task whenever I hit Slayer. But all of my amulets are made. Where are they? 2000. I had 5 left over just from using them naturally. Let's go ahead and sell them off. If I made profit, I'm not sure if I did. We can check here. 23.2 and I sold them for 23. Yeah. So I didn't make money. It's not the worst thing ever. I lost like 300k for all that XP. I'll take it. I'm a little hard stuck on what I should do next. I think I might just do some fletching or fishing. Obviously, fletching would be good to make some money, and I can do magic longbows now. Or I could go back to getting fishing because I do need to get that up, and I do have the outfit. I have to decide what I want to do because I'm really just holding off till selling releases. We're now 5 days away, and I don't want to get too deep into any other skill at the moment. Before that comes out, I could try to start Slayer and just see how far I get. All right, I decided what I was going to do. Originally, I was going to go to Revs and just, you know, try it out. I haven't done Revs in years, hence the skull on my head. I was going to be killing Revs, not killing Rev bots. But my first 2 trips there, I got attacked immediately. I made like 200k. I didn't die. I tallied out. But it just doesn't seem worth it right now. Maybe another time would be good because I want to make money. But my options are limited right now. But I'm going back to the classic. I'm going to do 10,000 magic longbows. Now, once I put these together for a total cost of let's just say 9.9 mil. And let's see how many magic longbows are worth now. Magic longbows. Let's just put 10,000. About 13 mil. So I'll make 10,000. I'll make 3 mil cash. And it should occupy us for a little bit as I decide and think about what I really want to do next, just to waste some time till selling. I'm going to look at the achievement diaries for Ardone so I can have an easier teleport to my farming patch. And then I think I need 42 Slayer. So we're going to look at Slayer and get that knocked out. I think some of the quests give Slayer, but I'll figure that out in a moment before we hop back in. I managed to finish the easy Ardone, but I do need the medium to get that farming patch teleport, I'm pretty sure. And to unlock that, there's 3 quests I have to do. They're not too hard. The first one I'm doing is in Light and Dirty, and that's the one with the air balloons. I haven't done that quest in a while, but I needed a lot of items to do this quest, but I'm going to go ahead and knock it out just so I can have everything done. Because it's really going to bug me if I don't finish it and I don't have that teleport, because with the Artie Cloak 1, teleporting to the monastery does not help me at all. So let me knock this quest out and we'll move on. All right, that quest is a lot easier now. The quest helper just takes you by the hand and walks you right through it. Enlightened Journey done. 1 quest point, 4,000 fire making XP, 3,000 farming, 2,000 crafting, 1,500 wood cutting XP, and access to balloon transport. We'll no longer be doing that, but you do get this sexy little outfit. Nice. I got an Augustine sapling. I have no idea what that does. Is there a tree patch over here? Where am I actually? Okay. I don't know what that's for. I'm gonna throw it in the bank. I'm assuming it might be for something. And for some reason, I got a thing of apples from him. Freaking weird. Next quest we need to do is Hand in the Sand. So let's start that one up. And that's Hand in the Sand done. 1 quest point, 9,000 crafting, 1,000 thieving, wizard rune store access, and a secret reward from Bert. Now, if I remember correctly, this was a good quest to do on an Iron Man back in the day, along with the Ardone Cloak 2. I'm just going to collect my sand because I can't remember. And maybe someday I might make an Iron Man. Not anytime soon, as I really want to work on this series first. Oh, he puts it in my bank. But that's a medium task there. Sweet, knocked that out. I believe there's one more quest I need to do, and that is Tower of Life. And I think that's a very sad quest with the Muculus or Muculi or something like that. Something like that, if I remember correctly. But we will knock that out. Let's look at sand. 84 buckets of sand a day. That's not too bad if you're an Iron Man, and if you don't want to mine, just save them up. But that is done. I won't ever collect sand again. I have no reason to do it. But let's go ahead and start the next quest. And that's Tower of Life completed. 2 quest points, 1,000 construction XP, 500 crafting and thieving XP. And we can now use the creature creation access. Since I'm already here and I have a raw chicken and a raw swordfish, I'm going to knock that out for the next step of the diaries. All right, that is the Artie Cloak 2 done. Medium achievement diaries done. I can now teleport to the farming patch, which is what I wanted. I do have these 2 lamps. I think I'm going to save them to put into Slayer. I have to get level 30 to use the first one and level 40 to get the next. But let's see what we can do with Slayer before we move on to do the pirate quest line. What? Now we're pretty locked down on what Slayer Master we can use. I think getting 85 combat would be the play here, but I'm not sure how quickly I could train that. Maybe if I just get some bones and get prayer up, maybe I can get 85 combat quickly. Yeah, I'm gonna figure that out real quick. All right, using a quick combat calculator, even if I did boost up to 70 prayer, It'd still be 84 combat, and I would still need 4 more prayer levels to move on from there. So decisions need to be made. Do I invest in 74 prayer right now? In the long run, it will be beneficiary to my account. So I might do that before I do Slayer. It's just these other Slayer masters are not great. And going to Mount Krulum every time, I don't even think I have the agility to get up there. You know what? I'll bite the bullet. I will just use her because I'm pretty sure those keys give good money, or they used to. But yeah, let me go gear up for Slayer, and I'll knock that out. I won't show you every task. I'll just probably show you when I reach 42, which is what I need. All right, we managed our first task of cow fights. I did the soldiers to get more XP out of it. I'm now 35 Slayer. Just need 42, but as soon as I hit 40, I think the lamp will make me reach 42. But either way, I would finish my Slayer task. I got 2 brimstone keys. Let's go ahead and just open those, see what we can get. 31 uncut rubies. Would have been more money to just out the key itself, but 2 rune plate legs, that's money right there. Let's see if we can get a task, and hopefully it's in a good spot. 157 trolls of Mount. I don't even know where that's at. I don't. All right, I had to look up where that is. That's actually just south of where the raid entrance is. I believe it's raid 1's, the one in the Great Corinne. So I believe I can get there pretty easily. I think it was BLS to get the closest I can. Yeah, there we are. Perfect. Knock this out, and hopefully we can move on with questing afterwards. All right, that was a nice turnout. We got exactly 42 Slayer after I used my lamp. 1 brimstone key. Unfortunately, did not get a lot from that. See if we made the money that we wasted on cannonballs. We definitely did not. We made about 70k, but that's all right. We're done with Slayer for now. Eventually, we're going to have to get that to 99 at some point, but that will probably be after selling. I can start doing my quest line for the pirates. So let's hop into that. Let me bank all this and we get started. And that's Zoger Flesh Eaters done. 1 quest point, 2000 range, fletching and herb XP. Ability to make some bullshit potion I'm never going to use, and brutal arrows. That quest doesn't seem like it's part of the pirate line, but it is a part of doing a rum deal. Now, since that is done, I can move on. Let's do rum deal and get set up for that. Let's give some pretty juicy XP. And that is rum deal done. 2 quest points, 7,000 prayer, fishing, and farming XP. And that should be 78 farming. Nice. Prayer, not a level. It's almost there. But the next quest I believe I need to work on is getting the Great Brain Robbery done. But before that, I need to do Cabin Fever and Creature of Frankenstein. So let's knock those out and move on with our lives. And that's Cabin Fever done. 2 quest points, 7,000 smithing, crafting, and agility XP in the Little Book of Piracy. No levels given from that, but that's all right. We will just quickly look through that. I don't think I need it for anything. Next quest will be Creature of Frankenstein. I don't remember this quest too well, but let me go grab everything I need to do it, and let's knock it out. And that is Creature of Frankenstein done. 2 quest points, 1,000 thieving XP, and the Ring of Kraos. I believe that's how you say it. I don't remember exactly what this ring does, but it does not matter at the moment. It might come up in a later quest if I can't remember correctly. But we need to start the Great Brain Robbery now. Let me go buy everything I need. We're actually going to move on and do Ghost Ahoy's next, so that can actually give me the ecto file, which is what I wanted. But I might as well finish most of the quest line and get the Bear Chest ankle afterwards. So let's move on. And that's the Great Brain Robbery done. 2 quest points, 6,000 prayer, 3,000 crafting, 2,000 construction. I now have the Bear Chest anchor, Blessed Lamp, a prayer book, and 199 total quest points. There's 58 prayer. I believe that's the only level I will get. I do have this XP lamp. Now, what do I want to use it on? I'm just going to throw it into prayer. No reason particularly, just less money to spend on bones one day. I need to know how to fix this, but with that being said, this will be the end of episode 6, I believe. We're only about a couple days away from selling opening, and if I do anything, it's just going to be doing farm runs or maybe a little bit of fletching. And I think I'm going to spend the last couple of days doing fletching or agility, or maybe both, just while alking, just to kind of waste time and not get too much progress. Plus a couple days of agility is really needed at this point. But before we end the video, we are 13 days played, 20 hours, and almost 40 million total XP. That's it for me. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, and I will catch you on the next video.